record. It's going to say record. That's so much quicker. And thank you for following me over to Zoom. We just integrated over to this platform now because everything kind of smooth.
Yeah.
So let's see where. Who did we do last time?
My mom again.
Okay. I was like, this is still mom. This is still mom. Hang on. Where? Hold on.
Oh.
Hang on. Where'd you go? She's been waiting for me all the time and waiting for me all the time. Hang on. Let me put on my music. Hang on. She says, I keep telling her to calm down. You don't have to be so frantic. But like you are usually very calm. So I'm like, what? I don't know. Maybe that's like an internal anxiety that happens with you. Hang on. She says, she got it from me. She got it from me. She like wants to talk about your life right now. I don't know what's happening there. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on.
I'm going through it.
Yeah, I don't usually bring up like, let's talk about her life right now. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. It's like you're not getting a break. Hang on. She's like talking about dragging your ass out of bed. She's talking about how, yeah. Hold on. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, honey. It'll go on, honey. It'll pass. I don't know what we're gonna go into it. Those are just words. You try to find the small stuff. You try to find the small things. I don't think you live in a shithole. Does she not like the town she grew up in? Does she not like that area?
No, not at all. Like it was really, really bad.
Really? Okay. She's talking about like she's like, oh, it's a shithole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why?
Hard to go back.
Huh? Yeah, don't go back. Don't go back. Hang on. Why would you have to move so far away? What's going on with that? What is that? What is happening there?
So, right, like the last time we talked, I was saying that, like moving, like
yeah,
the military, all of that, and
yeah,
we're trying to go back home.
Are now. Okay.
Yeah.
He's talking about, sorry, I don't remember my sessions. And so she's talking about like moving halfway across the country or something like that. She's talking about how, hang on. Talking about like work, talking about build something of your own, talking about how. I guess the whole thing of this is like, don't let them bring you down. Like, I don't know where you're, hold on. Who is the rest of these people, like the slew of these people that would try to hop on your bandwagon? Like, what is that shit about? What's going on with them?
I don't know. I just feel like right now, like a lot of the people that are in my life are kind of like going through it, and I'm like their punching bag.
Yeah. She's talking about how they're like trying to jump on your train and like pull you down, jump on your train and pull you down. She's talking about how she says they don't have any fucking problems. They do, everybody does, but it's almost like they're insignificant. Hang on. You say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I literally repeat that every day, like whenever I get frustrated.
That's what she's making me feel, is like, you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Hang on. Why is she showing me the symbol of like break it off and go your own way? I have no idea what that means.
Oh my god. okay, like I know that like I'm gonna send this to family and they're gonna be like, ugh, but like I'm like I think I'm heading for a divorce right now. I don't know. But like that's what it's feeling like.
Okay, so it is in that area. She literally is showing me like break it off and then go your own way. We're gonna look at the charts too. I want to see if you are feeling properly. Is there something we could change? Is there something we could do, maybe tweaking, or is this like a lost cause?
Mhm.
Okay. Hang on. You don't always have to send it to family. I'll even edit this part out and like give it to you so you can send it to family too if you want to. Hang on, just let me know. Hang on. Why are you getting kicked around? Why are you getting not physically kicked around? Why are you getting kicked around? Why are you getting shut down? Why are you hang on? You go, I just don't feel loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah, sorry. She's saying, I was like, what is the issue? What is the issue? And she makes you say this in my head. And I'm like, okay, girl, you know you don't need that shit. She says, I'm like, oh, okay. She says, like it's almost like she had to go through this bullshit as well. So she understands or she gets it. She says, if you left, if you moved back, you'd be accepted by family or something like that. You'd be like welcomed in. I don't, where do I go? What do I do? Where do my goals be? It's like your entire world is built around this. Let me, hold on. I want to see why. I want to see what this looks like. I want to see why this is here. Why do we feel this way? Let me do this. I want to look at your charts. What is your date of birth?
December 18th of 1999.
Okay, hang on. And then what city were you born in?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Not that. Okay. And then what about this other person? So the significant other.
He was born July 1st of 98 and he was born in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Okay. Lawton.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Hang on. Let's see. My family had a ranch in Lawton, Georgia. I haven't heard that name in a long time. That was also back in the Civil War, and then it got burned down when the Custer's Revolt came through, and then they came to Texas. That's how we got here. There we go. Oh man. Okay, let me tell you about this real quick, okay? Mm,
Yeah. I've had some friends that dabble in astrology and they're like, girl.
you are your person though. You are okay. So yeah, you'd be the one hanging in. You'd be the one hanging in. You'd be the one hanging in. See where you're with them. Do you know how they like so this have they ever explained to you like this is why you feel, this is why this pull, this is why this is happening? Okay, let me explain this. So when you go into this, what it basically is, it's interesting, especially in this situation, you know, not so much channeling of mom. She can tell me you need to split up, right? But now I'm like, why? You know, and I want to get into it deeper. And so what it is that we all have these different signs, there's different frequencies, and each of us is a piece of music that has all these notes on it, right? All these different to create who we are. When we get with another person, it's if these two pieces of music can remix together and sound good together. And sometimes, no matter how many times we play them together, sometimes it just doesn't sound right. And then other times, if we tweak just a little bit, it'll be okay. And other times they play beautifully together. So in this aspect, I see why there's that heart connection. So pretty much, so your outer personality, you was in Sagittarius, so logical, fun, exciting, right? Always wanted to have an adventure, which is why you're okay with going back and forth, back and forth. This other person is in Cancer, and this is also, so this is why you guys fell for each other. So his sun sign, his emotional internal, his inner personality, outer personality is in Cancer. And so what he was giving you was his Cancer, and then you were coming at him with your ego, so your outward personality, which is your ascendant, which is in Pisces. So you're both being water signs. So your ego was first, That's just who he is. And so as your ego melts away, as you're growing up, your ego is melting away and you're becoming who you are. So you're not Pisces anymore. You're not there anymore. Okay. That's what's changed. He's still a Cancer. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you have your moon placement, which is your emotional connection, how you give and receive love. Now, yours is in Taurus, so it's steadfast, true. I'm going to be there no matter what. I'm going to logically figure out how to fix this. My husband's moon sign is in Taurus, and he's a person that when he gets with somebody, he's not going to cheat. He's going to stay there with you forever, no matter what, until you kick him out. Okay, that's the whole thing. And even then he'll kick and scream. Love moon signs and Tauruses. Yours is exalted in Venus, so it's really, really comfortable there. So it's all about like, let's just build this. That's also why you have a really nice wood bed too. Taurus is also like, I have a really nice wood bed. They love that for some reason. We had to go out and buy this expensive bed because it's, oh my God, something with wood and Tauruses. His moon is in Libra, and this is actually where me and my husband's are. So mine's in Libra, his is in Taurus. Now they're both in Venus, but they're the opposites of each other. So you guys, when it comes to emotional standing, you have to realize to let the other one breathe. So whereas this one over here, for me, it's like flighty and fun and talkative and, oh my God, I love beautiful things. Let's collect them and all this stuff. For you, it's about rise and grind. I'm going to do it. I'm going to create it. I'm going to build it. But you have to allow him to be fancy free and fun, and he has to allow your logical space for you to like sulk, but this is the whole thing. He has to give you all this love and tender care and swaddling and support. Like you need that to feel love. Whereas me on the Libra side with him, it's like, do you love me? Yeah. Okay, great. It's a good day.
That's him.
Right? Yeah, it's fine. Why do you need that? I found that with my love language, especially with my husband, they work well together, but one is all about mind. The other one's all about body and depth. And so now in the morning when I get up, when I talk to my husband, I'm like, you are so strong. I love you. You are amazing. Thank you for working. Thank you for doing this. Normally, I wouldn't say that. Normally for me, I'd be like, well, that's just expected. I'm here. I'm with you, right? I love you. That's why I'm married to you. Right. And that can be,
he says. That's exactly what he says.
Yes. And that can be an egotist. It's not ego coming from this side. It's just like, I love you. I chose you. Like, what else do you want me to say? Because it's all mind. Right. And so now I go and I give him that love. And then he has to be able to talk and tell me and be interested and like listen to my stories and listen to this. And so we trade off. If you don't figure that out in this area, people get very, very hurt and they both feel very, very lost. Now, this is the whole thing. Yours is in Sagittarius. So you need to go on these adventures. You need to have fun. You need somebody that is going to stay with you and love you and say, yes, I want to drive to, or I want to go to Venice and sit here and have coffee and look at the sun. He is more about the experience. Let's go and do it. But, I don't care what we do. It's not nearly as important, and so for you, you're like, but what? It's not the experience. And so this can cause some issues. Now this is the other thing. So your communication style is your Mercury is in Sagittarius. So it's all about learning. That's also why you have glasses. That's also why you're fun and you're flippant and you're quick. That's also why you can say things and be a little bit mean, but you don't mean to be, right? It's okay. That's just a natural thing. You're very inquisitive. So his communication style, and this is where it'll get a little bit iffy with it. This is where it's going to be really hard to talk, is that his communication style is in Leo. So unless you stroke his ego, which you probably have to do, he's not going to talk very well, but then he won't give it back and he'll kind of like withhold, or he can be really bossy, or that you're number one. He thinks he's number one. That's the difference. Okay. In this placement, he thinks. Okay. So it's because you have the knowledge behind it. He wants to be. And so ego can get in the way on him a whole lot. Another thing is, this is where the big issue is going to lie. So your Venus, so how you love and want to be loved in return, is in Scorpio. So that means that's also why you have the cool hair and you have the eyes that do like this. I have heavy Scorpio, so we have these intense eyes, right? Especially if we put makeup on them. We want to be loved and nurtured and have the whole thing. And I can feel your heart. Oh, right. And so how you are giving love is feeding to his outer personality because it's in Cancer. But how he loves is actually in Gemini. So it's quick. It's back and forth. It's not heady, it's not heavy. It can be to where he actually can talk to a lot of other different people besides you at the same time, and you can feel very, very left out. You are never going to get the emotional depth that you need from this person to feel loved and validated. It's not going to happen. Because with Gemini, it's very top note, it's very communication, it's very communicative, it's very dry. And so what was happening is that this is what was happening. So your Venus is in Scorpio. So how you're loving is he's getting everything that he needs because that's who he is outwardly, right? How he is giving love is in Gemini. But what happens is that your Mars, now let's add that in now, your Mars, which is your drive, it's how you fight, and it's also sex. Your Mars is in Aquarius. So that is an air sign. Okay. So that's very knowledgeable too. So that means all about quirkiness, all about fun, all about communication, all about talking, but that's in your drive. That's not in your emotional sector. And so when he's giving you love or trying to give you love, it makes you very frustrated because you're like, no, it has this top note area, but it's not getting down. It's not getting down into what I need. And it's because he's never going to be able to get down there. That's also why probably sex is pretty decent and stuff like that. It's because his Mars sign is in Gemini as well. So you have these two very thoughtful. So like with this would be a really, really good like business partnership. This would be a really, really, really good friend partnership. But will he ever be able to get as deep as you need it? No. And then he'll probably come over and call you emotional or call you cold or call you needy or tell you you're being too whiny and tell you you're being too like babyish and you'll just be like, but this is me. And then you'll get really upset and you'll shank his tires and cut off his dick. Like, I mean, because that's what Scorpios do in that position, right? But what will happen, my sister is a Venus in Scorpio, and she was with her one boyfriend for 11 years. They got married. They were married for 2 years. He ended up cheating on her with another woman, gave her a venereal disease. She was still with him until he broke up with her because he was marrying this other girl.
Oh my God.
So they hang in there because they think there's going to be hope. They think it's going to be, yeah, it can, but it doesn't. Now, this is the other thing, and I like this for you too, is that your North Node, so what you are trying to become, and it's perfect. So what you are trying to become is in Leo. So which is actually what you're doing. So you have your hair. The Leos always are people that are trying to become Leo. I don't have it because it's not as long, but like they always have this very long hair. It's like, it's almost like their safety blanket. And so what that means whenever you see a woman that's either trying to become a Capricorn or trying to become a Leo, that means that they're going to go through some really rough shit that's going to transform them. And they're going to be number one, and they're going to be the leader of their group and their family and their society. And so that's what you're going into. His North Node is, again, it's dry. It's going into Virgo. So he's trying to be more educated. He's trying to be more on point. He's trying to be more specific. He's trying to be much more, let me upgrade you. Like doctors, a lot of doctors have this, or a lot of engineers have this placement because they're trying to get there. They're trying to be educated. You are just going to be a badass. Now, this is the other thing too. So we all have a thing called a second house. That is the heartbeat of our life. That's the thing with like money and where we need to go and what we need to do. That's literally like our baseline. So his second house, is he a mama's boy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. So only reason I ask this because it's always, so his second house is in Libra. That means they are attached to their family at the hip, or they're constantly trying to get, not trying like in a bad way, but they get money out of them, or they live at home for too long, or they're constantly with their mothers. Like that's a big thing. My son is a Libra in the second house and he's 9, and I can already tell that that's probably going to be a thing. Okay, no matter how I push him out. But that's what they do. And they're all about collecting and beautiful things and airy and fun and light. And he just can't get as deep as you. And then your second house is in Aries. So you're about fun and drive and let's do it now. And oh, so you have this personality where it's like, let's go. No, I don't want to yet. Yes. No, we should. No, we shouldn't. So you're constantly bringing yourself forward and then stopping yourself at the same time. And if you just let yourself run, you would be okay. So with this too, the other thing that I look at is I want to look at the relationship part, especially is like what you need. Okay, so number one, what you need is, it's in Cancer. So you need something that is going to surround you and love you and create a safe space where you can be nurtured and you can just let your hair down and just B, fuzzy socks, ramen, movies, good communication. Okay. His is in Leo. So it's all about, I'm going to be number one. I'm going to be the leader. You can come and talk to me. I may listen to you or I may not, you know, I want to be this, like, so you're coming from this very nurturing, understanding, philosophical place. And he's coming from more of an ego. I'm going to do this very physical type of place. So I would say no, just from this. So I mean, I know, I see why it's there. I see why it's there. But yeah, I also see, I give you a small thing that was very interesting with this. So my first husband, so now I'm on my second one, right? God forbid a third, but if it happens, it happens. But with my first husband, I went through the whole thing and I was like, how could somebody that I resonate with that feels so much like me be so different? That was one of the things we said. We're like, it's like you and me, but we're different in little areas. And so later on, I guess you'd say like 3 years ago, I decided to finally pull up our charts. We have the exact same signs, but they're in opposite placements.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm a Scorpio sun, and then I'm a Libra moon, and I'm a Sagittarius ascendant. So my outward is Scorpio, right? My inward is Libra. So fun, light, airy, inquisitive, right? And then Sagittarius, which is why I vibe with you. So this fun, let's learn about it all. That's why I'm always like, oh, that's so interesting, because it is. He is a Sagittarius sun. He is a Scorpio moon, and then he's a Libra rising. So,
wow.
So when we got together, we actually found each other very fucking annoying. Okay, because our inner drives were different as we slowly started melting. But as friends, it was great. It's like, oh my God, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. So FYI on that. Okay, let me get back to my, wait, do you have any questions for me right now? You know I get scatterbrained. I apologize.
No, I'm good. We're going.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going, we're moving, we're headed. Hang on, let me. Do you have animals together? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's talking about taking the baby back. And I'm like, she doesn't have a baby. Hang on.
Well, I have 2 other babies.
Okay. Cool. Where are they at right now?
He took them out to Chuck E. Cheese so I could do this.
Taking the baby out. Okay. That's where they're taking the babies out. Okay. They're talking about taking the babies out. And I'm like, wait, what's going on with that? Perfect. Okay. Hang on. You're all about not ripping the family up.
Big time.
Yeah, it's like you're just like, oh, I can hang in there. I can do this. I can hang in there. I can do this. I can hang in there. And communication thing is just a big thing, but he's never going to get there. Is he a bad person? No, he's very inquisitive. Hang on. What? Wait. She fell for him. She loved him. That was her leader. I see why. Hang on. It's funny. She shows me, like, whenever you put the kids to bed, do you often just like hang out in your room alone and then he's out in another area?
Yeah, every night.
Every night. Okay, she's talking about how, this is what she's showing me. She's showing me putting the kids to bed. I'm not saying you do this with, sorry, I'm wearing a onesie. She's talking about you putting the kids to bed and like you like sleuth into the bedroom by herself. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, she's in there alone, and she comes in and she sits with you. She's with you in there. And she's like, hold on. You like pine over how to make it work.
Every time.
Yeah, how to make it work. It's weird because she shows me a thing of like you, I guess, saying something like, okay, bye. Like almost like it's just 2 separate people in the same house. Hang on. Why are you so worried about what I will do? Where will I go? What is up with that?
Okay, so I spent a lot of like my early developmental years like kind of couch surfing because like I didn't have family and I just had friends, and I'm so scared of like doing that with kids, like ending up being like that. I don't want that at all. And I don't have my high school education.
Mhm.
So like it's just fucking overwhelming.
I know. Hang on. Yeah, she keeps making me hear your issues, not issues, but your worries over and over again. Hang on. Poor little thing. What am I gonna do? Hang on. I'm gonna suggest something and you're gonna look at me and say, what? Have you ever thought about working at a funeral home?
Yeah. 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 Whoa. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Only reason I say that is there's a couple of things. One is doing something on social media. The other one is doing a funeral home thing. But then it's like you have to merge those two together. And so it's like when you go over there, but like you start into like the front, the reception area, and then you end up going down in this morgue area. Well, why are you saying that, Amy? Why are you talking about that? Number one, this is going to be with you and your life path and what you need to do. Number one, you need to educate. You need to educate people. You need to teach people about something. Like literally, that's what you need to do. And so you're not using that ability, so you feel like it's being slighted. Number two, you need to do something that is going to help other people, that your hard work and your emotional effort is going to pay off, right? Another thing with that is that, so that's why I'm even like putting you down in like the morgue or like going into like mortuary sciences and stuff like that, like doing that a little bit. The only other reason too is that your Venus, so your love sign is in Scorpio. I have had so many people that have Venus as a Scorpio, and they go, I had one that and I was like, you gotta work with death. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, something about like detective, but it's blood. She's like, I'm a person that analyzes blood splatters at a crime scene when nobody can figure out how they died. Yeah, there's a job for that. There's a job for that. And so for you, you would need something that's educational, right? So you're understanding, you're learning, but your moon is in Taurus. So you need something that's hands-on. You need to be creating, you need to be crafting, you need to be doing stuff. So like doing makeup or doing hair, or doing embalming, like all that stuff, you can get into it. But then you need to be doing something that's on the darker side of life. So that's why I'm saying like mortuary, or, you know, if you ever went into medical, you'd be teaching you know, on cadavers and stuff like that. That's where that would go really, really hardcore. Now, the only thing left to do is for you to get the drive to do it. You have it. Now, this is the whole thing with him. Hang on. Hold on. Wait, is he getting out? What's happening with him now? What's going on with that? Let me redo that.
I don't know. I mean, we've talked about it.
Okay. So this is going to be the hard part of your life. The next part is it may, I don't want to say that because you're going to hate me. Hang on. You won't, but it may be that you restart with kids being with him.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to hate me. And
Oh,
then
you're gonna make me cry.
I know. Oh, I know it's hard. I personally know it's hard. Believe me. But it's not long. It's not long. It's like 2 or 3 years, and you're like, fuck, Amy. And I know at your age, you're looking at me, you're like, God damn it. But I can tell you, it goes by like that. Okay. Now, another thing with this, and then you go, it's like you have one though. It's like you take one and one has the other one. Hang on. Who is the, where you're moving back to the, wait, hold on. Where's the aunt? Where's the sister? Who's the aunt?
My kid's aunt or her
I don't
sister.
know. Somebody's talking about the aunt.
Okay, Oklahoma or.
Okay, I think it's Oklahoma. She keeps saying like the aunt will watch them. The aunt will watch them.
Oh, my sister. Oh.
Okay. Would you trust that?
Yeah, I've always told her she's like the only person that I've ever like trusted.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. She keeps going, the aunt will watch them. The aunt will watch them. Because I'm asking, who is this? Who would do this? Hang on. So funny. You keep going, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. You do. You just haven't jumped off to do it yet.
Tell me.
You're playing too many things in your head. You're playing too many things in your head. You're being a Pisces. As your outer persona, you're being a Pisces. Everything, nothing. Hang on. But you live a whole lot of what it used to be and not what it is now. You're constantly going back to what the relationship used to be and not what it is now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
cool.
lot.
She's having like you replay it. Well, where did it go wrong? What is this? Why are we here? Why are we here? And she's like that. And I'm like, I know, I get it. Hang on. You will. You will. How am I going to pay for my car? You will. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Hang on. Hang on. I would say go. I would say move back. I would say look into before what we have to do anytime we do a divorce, especially with kids, or anytime we do a separation, we also have to plan, right? We don't have to let the other person know everything that is going on with us, right? But we have to plan, we have to make a plan, and we have to make sure that we at least have a stepping stone. We may not have all of them, but at least we have one, right? So with that, I would say you're just like not getting, both of y'all are great people, but you're just not getting the love that you need. And I think as you, hold on. She's so funny. Mom's coming up to you. She's like, that's my girl. That's my girl. And she's like, oh, like all up in here. She's like, if I could do this, if I could do this. I'm here. I'm here. She's pushing you down. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. She says, what are you? So you're asking her for a sign, like what you should do all the time now?
Kinda.
Cool, because she says she brought me you like that. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm your sign today. Hang on. Is it hard? Is it hard to get him to be a really good dad? Is it like dragging his feet a lot to get him to be a really good dad or like a compassionate father? Okay.
Definitely compassionate. I feel like materialistic wise, like, okay, he's got it covered. But when it comes to like understanding like developmental like emotions of children, it doesn't click that everything that you say to them is going to manifest later in life.
Yeah. Because she's talking about him being dry in that area, and she's talking about like giving him hints, giving him pointers, and giving him all this. And hang on. She's telling him how he says like, go over there, move over there, go over there. She's talking about, they're just babies. They're just babies. Hang on. They're not me. How old is the youngest one?
The youngest is 2.
So it is still in diapers. Okay. Hang on. She's like planning this for you. She's talking about sister with her. Wait, your sister has kids? Hang on.
Oh.
She's talking about moving with her and make a family. And I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? She's talking about how
my best friend is begging me to move in with her, and my mom always should be like, we love Jessica, we love her.
She's like a sister vibe. Yeah, she keeps talking about moving with her. It'll be a family.
That's what she tells me.
Yeah.
Jessica.
I would say do it. She's talking about how, hang on. She says, I just wanted to move on with no regrets. I just wanted to move on with no regrets. I said, I know. She says, wait, what happened? Where are you going? When's mom's birthday?
December 20th.
Okay, that's coming up. Okay, cool. She goes, I said, where are you going? She's like, I gotta get ready for my party. It's in a couple months. And I'm like, you don't have to wait. I was like, nobody has birthday parties for you anymore. I was just like, when is her birthday? Perfect.
I was talking about celebrating her birthday this year.
You should. You need to. Oh, please do it.
I have to know. I have
Okay,
to.
exactly. She's like, okay, so that's her way of like acknowledging that. Oh, that's interesting. She's like, I have to go get ready for my party. And I'm like, what party are you talking about? Hang on, hang on. Wait. She's so bold. She's giving you a kiss and she's saying, I'm sorry, I'm not there. I'm sorry, I'm not there. She says, but you got to get out of it. So what I want you to do is I want you to take baby steps. We don't have to do everything today. We don't have to do everything tomorrow. We don't have to do anything next week, but I want you to start thinking. And I think like mortuary sciences or getting into like the detective area or like that, like, or even if you did, another thing would be really good for you in the meantime is that if you got in with like dispatch, like the police dispatch, like ambulance dispatch and stuff like that, where they do the calls like 911, whatever it is, you don't have to have your high school education for that. All you have to do is you have to be a really, really good communicator, and that would get you on that area. Another thing, hang on. Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I just was like, wait, I'm like getting, it's over there. Sorry, wrong side. Boom, over there. Hang on. Do you make jewelry?
No.
She's telling you you're so crafty, you're so creative. And I'm like, I don't see anything. Like, I don't know what that is. Hang on. Where are you going with this? Demand from her, and she's just gonna do it. Hang on. Is he? Um, is he talking to other people?
Oh no, I don't know. I've been feeling like I feel like I'm also like very intuitive, and I feel like I know whenever he's doing something behind my back, and I just feel like I know. I don't know though. But I don't know.
Mm. It's not like we're having sex or anything like that, but it
Mhm.
feels like talking. That's what she's making it seem like. But it's meant like, let me show you pictures and stuff? No, but it's like my attention is being diverted. And I don't know why. You're absolutely fucking great. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Where are your why does she keep mentioning like brothers or something like that? What is she mentioning?
My brother's back home in Oklahoma.
Okay. Hold on. She's talking about having him make it safe there. So that's what that is. Hang on. She's talking about how. So he's the older one from you?
No, he's the youngest.
Really? It's interesting. She keeps talking about how he like is trying to be prideful or trying to be like upper
Oh,
crust, trying to be better. What's going on with that?
I don't know. My grandma, as of lately, she called me the other day. She said he walks past me with his nose held high all the time.
Why? What happened?
We don't really talk. We don't click
Like that. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like I wonder if he's a Leo. I wonder if he's a Leo or like he has a lot of Leo inside of him too. Because he has that whole like,
I'm pretty sure his sun sign is Virgo.
okay, oh man. Okay, he probably has the other one in it. Hang on. Let me see that really quick just because I want to look at that. Yeah, I would say the thing for this week or this session too is definitely, I would say move back. She just doesn't like it where she was at. But for you, it's okay. But I don't I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't have a like a fulfilling vibe to me. When's the brother's birthday? I want to see why.
Um, can I yell downstairs and ask my
Go for
sister real quick?
Yeah. Oh, the sister's here. Oh,
Trinity, when's Aiden's birthday? What year? Okay. It is September 16th of 05.
05. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna see why he feels this way. That's why she was talking about that. Okay. Hold on. Well, I'm glad he took the kids. Yeah. He's not having a great time there though. Um, he is. He is. He also has a Venus in Scorpio like you. His Mars, so his drive is in Leo. So that's why. So he has that whole, I can do it. And then his moon is in Pisces, so his inner emotional self, but he has a lot of Virgo and his ascendant in Scorpio. I would say, man, you guys, this is the whole thing. When Virgos and Sagittarius get together, they both are very, very anal. And they both can't see eye to eye with each other ever. And this is the whole thing with that, is that you're very, very quick and he feels like he's very, very thorough. And so it can lead to like this ego type of thing going on. So that would make sense on that. Interesting. Yeah. With you, wait, give me your, hang on. Where are you taking me with this right now, mommy? Hang on. Why is she yelling at your other sister downstairs? That one needs to do better too. What's happening with that one down there?
She just doesn't apply herself in school. Oh, I'll make sure to let her know that mom said that.
Okay, she goes, I was like, is there anything else you want to say? And she picks the sister thing and she's like, and that one needs to do better too. That one needs to do better too. Hang on. So mom didn't go to college? Okay. She's talking about like how I got my high school or something like that, but I just didn't go to college. And she says, I just didn't need to. I had other things. I was like, okay. I was like, I get it. Hang on. Well, it's okay. Do you know that I have my master's and I don't use it? I have a $65,000 piece of paper in my bookshelf that I don't use. So FYI, I did it in computer science. Hang on. Don't know how to code worth a shit anymore. Hang on. Where are you going?
I saw another fuzzy.
Yeah, right. Isn't that weird? It's because they're showing up. They're making me think. She's worried about him trying to like hold stuff over your head. She's worried about him trying to hold stuff over your head. She's worried about trying to take material goods. She's worried about how he would just try to like zap everything. But you also worked for this. She's worried about how, hang on. Try to take the kids, but then let it go. I don't know. I just, there's something about with, hang on. She keeps talking about with you by next year, you'll be in a better place. So I want you to like focus on getting there and doing that. How long have y'all been married now?
5 years, almost 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're right. It's that itch. Okay. And tell me.
Recently I did my numerology and 7 was my lucky number. And I was like, well, maybe that means like the 7th year, like I'll finally be okay.
There you go. Well, that is the thing. So I can tell you that my, and if you start to look around with numerology, you'll see your numbers a whole lot. So my main one is an 8. And so like my condo that I'm living in right now, if you add all the numbers up, it's an 8, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life here, right? On my 8th year of marriage, it would have been my 8th year. That's when I personally got settled after my first one, right? I had my son on the 8th of January. My husband's birthday is in August, so he's in the 8th month, right? And so it's like all these different things come into play. So you'll see that, but you have to, you know how to like add everything up and then simplify it, right?
No.
Okay. Give me, when is your birthday again? Let me look at this.
December 18th of 99.
Okay, hang on. So 9, okay. 12, 3, oh, no wonder. Oh my God, hang on, shit. 9. You poor thing, no wonder. Okay, let me tell you about this. So the rest of it, so I've done numerology, Chinese face reading. That's another interesting one to look at later on. You can learn about that. There's like very, very few books on that. Anyways, numerology, when you have the study of numbers, you have life path. And so your main life path, your main goal is actually a number 3. And so what happens with that is you tend to be what is three. It's kind of in the middle. It's not number one, but it's not number five. So you're always in the middle of everything. You're always the person that tries to like even keel everything. You are the person too that in your life path that you're going to try to find this family. You're going to try to find this group of friends, this group of family that's really just going to like allow you to be who you are. You're not looking to become the richest. You're not looking to become this number one big business person, right? You just want to be happy in your environment. Another thing too is that your outer number is a 9. So that means you went through a lot of shit as a kid. And we already know that. Okay. So 9s always have gone through a lot of trauma as a child. So like I also have a number 9. So I had childhood cancer and was consistently ill. Right. And so, but I still had my family and everything like that. And then you also have another number in you, which is going to be like your ego number. So that's also number 3. And that's where your Pisces is coming to play on your ascendant. So when you have a number 3 in this area, that means you are going to be the person that is always trying to make things better for everybody else. And you always try to laugh about it. Number 3s are a lot of class clowns. My son has a lot of 3s too. They're the ones that are like, no, guys, we can get together. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And they always are the person that is trying to get into be in the center of the group, but they always seem to be on the outside of the group, even though they want. So they're a really good support. So what happens in this case for me, if I'm looking at this for you, that means you really need to find your backbone and your drive. So getting rid of the ego, which is Pisces, and find your inner Taurus that you have inside of you, which is a strong ass person underneath it all. And so becoming your own island. And so, yeah, that's interesting. Wait, what's his birthday again?
July 1st of 98.
Okay. So this is exactly why this doesn't work out. So you and your emotional number is a 9. So very giving. I love animals. I love kids. I love people. I love everybody. Like that's what it happens. Okay. In this placement for him, it's a number 1. So it's about me. I. And we tend to, when you have a lot of 9s, or when you have a lot of 3s, which are the fun loving numbers, you tend to attract more narcissistic personalities. And that's what will happen here. So like I was a 9 in my placement. My ex-husband was a number 1. So it's this very exact kind of more cold, right? Another thing is that his other number is an 8, which has nothing to do with yours. 8s are very business oriented. 8s are all about building, competing, keeping there. But also since his 8 is not in the right placement, that means he's really going to like money. He's really going to like to build it, but that means he also can spend it really, really frivolously. Yeah. And he can just kind of let it go. Okay. So he's always trying to build this nest egg. He's really proud about it, but it can always fuck up. And you are just along for the ride. Another thing too with this, interesting. Okay. So his last one, so he is an 8. This is shown in his chart too. He's an 8, a 1, and he's also an 8. So these cannot be further away. So you have all emotion and feeling and loving numbers and drive, and he has all egotistical business. And so when these two get together, they're like oil and water, but they'll try to make a partnership because they see the strengths in each other, but they also see the weaknesses as well. And so he'll feel like he's taking care of somebody, and you won't have that drive and support and that love that you need. That's where that is. Sorry, I'm just giving you all the signs right in front of your face. That way you can do what you want to do. Okay. And that's why mom is here too. Hang on. I want to go back in with mom. Hang on. Is the sister educating in boys and not educating in studies? Is that what's going on with her?
Oh, I don't think so, but maybe. She doesn't let me in anymore because I'm like the mom figure, not the fun sister anymore.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
She's talking about that. She's talking about how her attention is over here and not over here. She needs to get back. She's talking about how, God, your mom would have kicked her ass. She would have kicked her ass all the way over to Timbuktu. Hang on. I guess she's like always on Snapchat or something like that. She's talking about how she needs to like stop being worried about, I don't know what that is. She's like worried about pictures. She's saying, hang on. Are you and the sister like very, very opposite and like physical and everything like that?
I guess, yeah.
It's okay. She puts it in like black and white, so it's like very, very opposite. She's like, Hang on. Does she like live with y'all most of
Oh
the
yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is she doing over there? Is she visiting? Like, how is that? She puts herself as permanent. I'm like, oh, okay. And she, hold on. She just wanted to get like kicked out or run with the wrong crowd. That's the biggest thing for the little one down there. That's the biggest thing for the little one down there. And she, hang on. Hang on. It's funny, your mom keeps she keeps putting flowers in my head over and over and
No,
over.
no. Oh my God.
Why?
Oh, okay. So after she had passed, I kept the flowers from her memorial,
Mhm.
and I didn't know what to do with them for years. And then when we were moving down here, I finally put them in a shadow box, but I never put them up for display till like a week ago.
Really?
That means, like, I'm so happy that like she
She
knows.
does that. Yeah, she keeps literally showing. I was like, what is this? I'm like, where is this going? She's literally showing me like flowers over and over and over again with this really, really
Oh,
happy feeling. Perfect, 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 perfect. And she says, hang on. She has you take them with you. She's like, grab them and take them with you. Whenever that happens. She says, hang on. She knows that she talks to me all the time and I can hear her. I can hear her. She says that, hang on. You eat in there alone. I don't understand this. Why? Oh,
okay.
don't. Hang on. Hold on. You're like not taking care of yourself. I need you to take care of yourself.
Oh yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to eat right. I need you to eat better. I need you to I need you to realize that these things are happening and it's okay. It doesn't mean that there's a loss. It doesn't, I mean, kind of, but it doesn't mean that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that bad things are going to happen, but I need you in the next few months. I need you to focus on you. I need you to kind of make a plan and I need you to just not be okay with just settling and sitting and having your heart get rusted over and over and over again. Okay. And so mommy loves you and she's there and she hangs out with you and she knows what's going on, but she's also worried about her daughter. Okay. And so she's going to be the one that kicks everybody's ass for you, but you also have to be the one that ignites and starts it too. Okay. So do you have any questions for me or anything like that, or for her, or anything else that may be crazy or?
Okay, so like I don't know if you could help me like understand this, but like I feel like I'm struggling with my sexuality a lot,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's going into play. And I just, is there any way that like I could know more? Like, how, what are this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
So
spiritually.
yeah, so with that, it's interesting because when I was looking at your chart too, you do have more masculine signs and you have feminine signs. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that doesn't mean we have a penis or we have a vagina. That means, do we think logically or do we think with our heart more? So you think more logically. And so I personally am like 9 masculine and 1 feminine. And if I didn't have a really, really buff masculine dude, like I told him I was just gonna be a celibate lesbian the rest of my life, like by myself, right? After guys, with you, this is all about exploring. This is about getting your inner power back. This is about and that's what you're finding. You're done being weak, you're done being meek, you're done being where you just follow. And so now you're finding that inner masculine side, which is fine. And you have a Taurus is like your main one. That's all about that. Yes. And so when you also love beauty, so why not try it? It's okay. Do I feel like, hang on, let's get into that. Hang on. Do I feel like that would be a permanent thing? Probably not. I feel like you would probably toggle the line in between both of them. Yes. But also you've been with somebody who is not giving you what you need fully and has more feminine signs. So you're kind of like done with that whole like egotistical feminine type thing. And so now you're letting this inner power come out. It's coming out through the sexual exploration and the sexual energy that we're wanting to get out, which is perfectly fine. That's what you used to bond with somebody else. That's what that is. And so let it out, try it, enjoy it. Fine. you know, and it's because you probably were also like a guy in your last life as well. That's,
Oh, okay. I always say that. I always say that.
yeah. Yeah. And so that's why it's weird. So you've been put in this body, right? You now have been put in this small body. You've been put in this body in a place where you have to rely on other people, right? And so that can be very frustrating for somebody that is in this space of you. And so if you were this big, tough person and this last life, and now you're put here, you're just like, well, at first we were taught to give in, right? Just go, oh, be this, oh, be this girl, oh, be this dear, you know? And so if you want to explore that, do it. I think it would be great. I think it would be great. I think you could combine the ultimate feminine of like this Scorpio, very healing, very intense energy, along with the masculine of the drive of, I want that heart connection. I want that little bit of power that comes with it. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Okay. And so, but that's going to be starting with you, but don't cut your hair because that's one of your favorite things about you and you really, really like it. And you'll be really, really sad if you go back and do that. Okay. I mean, I think you would look absolutely beautiful in like a pixie cut too, but FYI, like that's part of the thing. You have like this, ooh, and so let it out. I think it would be great. And I also don't want you to think that later on with that, like, oh, what would the kids think? Or, oh, what is he going to tell them? They don't need to know what you do between your legs. Who cares? Right? Who cares? It's about mommy expressing herself and enjoying it and loving it and finding what she needs. And so maybe right now, what you need is something very in depth, something very heady, something very like wrapped around. And yeah, if you want to go for a girl, do it because that's what it's going to give you. So do it. Okay, you're changing, you're flipping, and it's okay. And then you can also flip back because you'll probably explore that. You'll enjoy it. But this is the whole thing. When you get into that realm, what's going to happen is you'll like the of it. Like that's literally a feeling. You'll like that, but you won't like the drama of it. And so that's what will push you back. So I'll give you a little short thing. So when I was divorced the first time, I went out and I dated 36 people at one time, all different, all different. Okay. And what I found personally is that I liked, at the end of it, I liked these big masculine intense characters, but I wanted them to be soft and squishy. And I tried both, right? And I kind of like you, because you and I are in that same area. And I didn't like the drama, but I like the whole like being enthralled and like, oh my God, fireworks, right? But so what did I end up finding on accident when I finally felt like it was okay for me to be by myself? I ended up meeting this one person. You know, I do, what am I? I'm 9 masculine and 1 feminine. So I have this dude inside of me with this very feminine outside, right? So long hair, the Botox, the makeup, the nails, you name it, right? And that's what I like. That's what I am. And then my husband, who goes to the gym twice a day for 4 hours and does protein and works out, but on the inside, he's actually 9 feminine and 1 masculine. So we balance each other. So whereas I forget anniversary dates and sending out Christmas cards, he goes and he's like, Amy, I love you. I got you a pedicure and a whole salon day. I went ahead and I got you matching shirts and short, everything just looks great. He was like, I went ahead. So he's this ultimate masculine, but with this very cozy heart on the inside. And I'm the pretty, you know, feminine with this very big drive on the inside. So we complement each other. And so that's what you'll have to find. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's energy. It's energy. It's energy. And so go out and have a good time. And seriously, okay, so what I want you to do, like I always say, I want you to have a breather. I want you to have a cry. That's my next appointment. But I also, if you have any questions or if you need me, go on my Discord. It says, let's chat up at the top of my website. Click on that and you can private message me on my phone if you have any questions. Okay, that way it just goes straight to my phone. You can email me too. I don't care, but it just goes right here. Okay. And so if you have any questions or if you need me or anything like that, just message me or email me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome. I love you. Yeah, just enjoy it. You're okay. You're right there, boo-boo. You're right there, boo-boo. Give yourself a break. You got it. I would say definitely go and look at the darker arts if you can. And if you need my help, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you, honey.
Thank you. I love you.
Bye, baby.